Here we are at Talladega Super Speedway for the 20th race of the NITECAR JORKIN Truck Series season. This is the first race of the round of 8 for the Truck Series, and potentially we might see a championship berth today. Someone wins their way in, but just maybe. So, obviously, let's go through our playoff drivers here just to give you a little reminder. Dio Brando in the 23, Johnny Silverhand in the 99, Shaggy Rogers in the 24, Greg Crude in the 3, Samus Aran in the 98, Freddie Fazbear in the 16, Grew in the 18, and Walter White in the 25. Those are your 8 drivers going for the championship. 4 will be eliminated at the end of this round. So this is the first race of the round, as we see all of our drivers making some practice laps around here. Now, as I stated before, oh, hello. I stated this last week, or sorry, not last week, 2 weeks ago, when Barry B. Benson passed away. Adam Flayman will just continue to ride in this truck. He won't get a new vehicle because, like I said before, these trucks are expensive and we just can't afford them. So Adam will continue to drive the vehicle that Barry B. Benson drove as he dives his way onto the pit lane here. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get you to the green flag here. Alrighty, so on the pole today is going to be Tony Stark in the 12 with Johnny Silverhand on the outside. Row 2 is Toad and Draco Malfunction. Row 3, Eric Cartman and Greg Crude. Row 4, Wario and Tracer. Row 5, Aerith Gainsborough and Natsuki Muramoto. Row 6, Jetstream Sam and Sayori Fujioka. Row 7, Curious George and Grew. Row 8, Shaggy Rogers and Leon Kennedy. Row 9, Mr. Clean and Adam Flayman. Row 10, Walter White and Pepsi Man. Row 11, Skips and SpongeBob SquarePants. Row 12, Bowser Koopa and Tifa Lockhart. Row 13, Harry Pooper and Freddie Fazbear. Row 14, Dio Brando and Mike Wazowski. Row 15, Zelda Hyrule and Samus Aran. And then rounding out the field is Luke Skywalker and Goku. So we have a total of 38 laps today. Halfway bonus today is going to be on lap 19. And yeah, so Johnny there starting up front. Obviously, he's running double duty now, running both the Cup and Truck Series races for the rest of the season. But who knows what to expect today around this 2.66 mile oval. Any one of these guys could win. Any one of these guys could flip in the air. Who knows? But we'll go ahead and get you right to that green flag now.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command to fire the engines up. All 32 of these trucks. Pace truck pulling away, and there goes the field. Last year, fairly hectic race for the Cup Series. Had its fair share of wrecks. The field dives up onto that 33-degree banking. So our playoff guys, you got Johnny there in 2nd. Grug is back in 6th. Where are we? Grew. He is, I lost track. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Grew's sitting there in 14th. That's a great camera. Shaggy is in Where am I going? Hello? Hello? Shaggy's there in 15. Walter White back here in 19th. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th is Freddie Fazbear, 27th Dio Brando, 30th Samus Aran. I think that's everyone. I lose tracks very easily. Sorry. But, yeah. As the field makes their way through turns 3 and 4, the pace truck will make its left turn off the track. Slowly. And it'll be Tony Stark and Johnny Silverhand leading to the green. But remember, Talladega's a little different than Daytona is. The finish line is not in the tri-oval. It is 1,000 feet further down the track. Heading closer to turn 1. So here we come through the tri-oval. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Talladega. Lap 1 complete. 3 and even 4 wide in some places. You saw Dio Brando dive off the track. Oh, he's stopped. The 23 truck is stopped. He's towed back to the pit lane. We're still green here. But big problems for our championship favorite right off the get-go as they're making their way down the back straightaway. That sucks for the 23. What looked to be a championship-worthy season might have come to an end right here. So they're 3x3 throughout the whole field, 4 wide in the back, as Shaggy Rogers goes for the lead now. Remember, Shaggy started, I don't know, like 19th? No, 15th. I don't remember. Who cares? 3 wide for the lead. Walter White's up here now. 4 wide. Almost. They're 4 wide across the board. Oh, this is not going to end well. Oh my gosh. A couple of trucks in the wall, it looks like. But Walter White out front. Heading down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Starting to ease up a little bit, at least back down to 3 wide. As Walter remains out front. Luke Skywalker on his back bumper. Trying to get to the outside. Here comes Samus Aran down low, and Walter puts the block on her. Got to block all 3 lanes at once. Then he goes up the track, and that's going to allow Samus to get to the inside. They go back to 4 wide racing. Just for a brief moment there with Harry Pooper. Dio Brando making his way back out on track, but he is currently 2 laps down. So he's got to hope on a caution to give him that lucky dog, which we will be providing today. So they're 3 wide throughout the field. Pepsi Man in that O2 truck, he's looking for the lead now with help from Bowser Koopa. But Bowser moves up the track, allows Leon Kennedy to get to his inside there. Bowser in the 97. He's trying to make his way up into the top 10 in points. That way he can maybe make his way up into the Cup Series, because his son currently racing up there right now after the deceased Mario. Now they're all over the place. Look at this. Just a mess on the back straightaway here. Keeping it green so far. You see Dio back in the distance. Him not being a part of the draft, that's gonna allow him to maybe even go a lap down again. Unless the caution comes out. Because if they wreck here, he'll get his lap back. But if not, they might catch him and he'll go a third lap down. So we're on to lap 6. Still keeping it fairly calm. 4 wide. But, I mean, not really anything chaotic. Side by side for the lead. That's Tifa Lockhart on the inside now. That 9 truck. Walter's still up here. Doing really well. Fastest lap on track belongs to the 99 of Johnny Silverhand, who started on the outside row, or outside front row, but is currently mid-pack right there. As Natsuki goes to the lead in the 10 truck. Help from Luke Skywalker. But that 25 truck is... he's got a good truck today. I wouldn't be surprised if Walter... well, he's getting split now. Tifa's in the wall. Down the back straightaway. Where is she? Yeah. Doesn't look as bad. There's the 3 wide. Tifa dropping back. But Walter in that 25 truck, he's got a quick one. So, whoa. Someone shit on the racetrack. For some reason, it's only there for that camera. Now, I'm also noticing that these trucks, depending on the angle, they look a little transparent at times, but I'm just going to ignore it. So we're still balls to the walls, 4 wide throughout the field. Absolute chaos down this back straightaway. Oh, and around goes Samus Aran, one of our playoff contenders at the back. Is she going to save it? She does. I don't think that warranted a caution. No, it didn't. She keeps it moving. But Gru in the 18, Samus Aran and Dio Brando now off the pace and away from the pack. As Adam Flaman's at the front, that 45 truck making his second start ever in NITECAR. We're not going to count last week because he technically... sorry, last race. I gotta stop saying last week because it's technically 2 weeks ago. But at Pigs Creek, he did get in the truck. But yeah, no, Adam definitely the last time he made a start was Homestead at the very end of season 1. So this is a second official start. Now he's dropping back on the outside as Draco Malfunction and Johnny Silverhand take the first spot. But they're 5 wide through the tri-oval. Somehow keeping it clean. On to lap 10, 4 wide throughout the field. A little bit of a single file train on the bottom. Pulling ahead of the group. As the outside line disperses. Files in line with everyone else. Up front, Johnny Silverhand, help from Mr. Clean, who was eliminated last round. Didn't have the best day, or I guess didn't have the best 3 weeks for that playoff round. Really sucks for the 32. But he's still in contention for wins and making it to the Cup Series next season, so that's what he's going to do. As here comes Pepsi Man. Currently dead last in our standings. Not what this 02 truck wanted. Oh, we got someone up ahead. Samus Aran. She didn't hit anything, so should still be running fine. She's just out of the draft. Might have made a pit stop. And we'll see what happens once this field of, I think, what, 28? I think there's 28 trucks in this group right now. 27. My apologies. Once they catch up to that 98 truck, which is coming soon. There she is off in the distance. Here they come off turn 2 and down this back straightaway. You see Samus there as this horde of trucks comes after her. They're going to catch her by the end of the lap, it looks like. Or at least heading into turn 1. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the 98. Adam Flayman looking for the lead on Walter White, who made his way back to the front. And here's the 98 truck. Will she get in the way? Samus. Oh, she's going to get split. Now she should be able to get back up to speed with the group, because I don't think she's got damage that's slowing her up. Unless she does, but then that's going to be a problem. But she should be able to get back up to speed here. Is there 4 abreast throughout the whole field? Currently in that outside line. She might be a little slow. She's still not back up to speed. So maybe she had some damage. Currently with Wario right behind her. Wario's Samus's teammate. But that allowed the group to get back down to 2x2. We'll see if they bunch back up again in a little bit. Walter got shuffled out of line there by Luke. Oh, Zelda making a move to the inside, and we're bunched back up, all chaotic again. Where's our next lap truck? That's Dio Brando. He's currently on the back straightaway. Still no caution. So Samus now at the back of the field. It looks like she is off the pace. Whatever happened did slow the truck up just ever so slightly. Because she's lost the draft almost now. Yeah, she's got a big old dent in the nose. Just now seeing it. Not sure what exactly happened there. Toad dives for the pit lane. Not sure what's happening with the 42 truck, but he's on pit road. 3 trucks here. Mike Wazowski, Gru, one of our playoff guys, and then Eric Cartman. Dio by himself, and they're 4 wide into turn 1. Grug in the wall, up at the top. Only 1 incident so far, and that was the 98 truck spinning. We'll have to see if anything more major happens than that, because right now, they're actually running fairly clean, despite how chaotic they're being. They're 4 wide again. Multiple rows of 4 wide. Here, look at SpongeBob way down on the bottom. Squeeze into the inside of, looks like Goku there. So we're on to lap 16 of 38. Freddy Fazbear leads the charge now. And then SpongeBob, the other of the 2 trucks that got eliminated there, now he looks to the bottom. Into turn 3. Oh, there we go. Big wreck on the outside wall. Mr. Clean, Johnny Silverhand, Pepsi Man, Draco Malfunction, Zelda Hyrule involved. That should be a caution. We're racing back to the line here. Freddy Fazbear, SpongeBob side by side back to the line. And SpongeBob will lead them back. Caution is out. Our first of the day. Now they have to start slowing down. To get back single file behind that pace truck. Looks like they'll do so pretty tame. Let's go and take a peek at what happened there. Not what brought out the caution, but we're going to just take a peek. See, she's in the middle of 4 wide there. And it looks like she's just going to get clipped ever so slightly by Mike Wazowski there, who got a little loose off the corner. 98 goes around. Oh, she did hit the inside wall. Ooh, big time. I thought she just spun it out and got it back rolling, but big hit to the inside wall. Not a very good angle there. Here's a look from turn 3. Oh, big hit to the inside wall. But she keeps it moving, so let's go take a look at what brought out the caution. Kind of hard to see here, but they're 4 wide, and it looks like Pepsi Man's going to squeeze up the track right into Mr. Clean. Heading into turn 3. Hook the 12 of Tony Stark. Johnny Silverhand nowhere to go. Draco Malfunction gets a piece. Zelda Hyrule, Tracer. And then all 3 of these guys kind of stuck together here, sliding back down to banking. Johnny gets around eventually. And then these 2 come to rest at the bottom of the track. They both get it back moving. Fairly tame incident. On board with Tracer here. Just a little contact there. Here we are with Johnny Silverhand. And just not much you can really do there. We'll be back at the restart. Pit stop's underway here on lap 17. Everyone coming in. Some trucks with damage. Not sure what happened with the Oh, okay. Tifa Lockhart just retired. I think we had a big checkup when they were slowing down, and a lot of trucks got some damage from that. Ooh. But other than that, we keep it moving, and it looks like Toad stays on track in that 42. So Toad will be your leader unless he comes back in. And then we'll take you to the green. Pace trucks in. Welcome back to Talladega. So Toad did get the halfway bonus there for staying out. A little bit of strategy there. Staying out to get points. SpongeBob will be on the outside. And we'll be going green on lap number 21. Only 2 trucks lap down, Samus Aran and Dio Brando. So Samus will get 1 of her laps back. As you just saw, I had to kind of do that there. Samus back on. Samus is now 1 lap down, as Dio Brando 2. Zelda Hyrule and Tifa Lockhart are out of the race as they make their way off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Heading down the back stretch. Already back to 3 wide. Make that almost 4. As Adam Flamin in that 45 goes to the inside. His first race back in a while, and Adam is making moves and going for the win. Still about 18 laps to go. They're 4 wide already. Look at this. I don't expect these guys to make it very long. Look, that is a pack. The outside line typically gets into the wall and starts to die. I've noticed that. Oh, Samus and Wario! Did Wario just bounce off the same wall? I can't fucking find him. Yeah, there he is. Wario on the inside wall. Big hit there. Caution back out here. So we will get another restart. Who leads them back to the line? Here they come, side by side. Adam Flamin or Shaggy Rogers. It looks like the 45 will lead them back. Oh, and Goku got second there. They begin slowing down once again. Oh no! Mr. Clean. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, come on. Oh, and Samus goes up and over. She's going to be ineligible for that free pass now since she was involved in a wreck. Mr. Clean beached. Wow. Alright, well, let's go take a look at what happened there. Watching the 88 truck here. He's up in the wall, and then when they came off it, they kind of hooked together the 38 and the 88, and then Harry Pooper's going to turn the 88 truck around, Wario into the inside wall, bounces off, quick spin there, gets it back moving. I think they wanted to make up for what happened with Samus, because that should have been a caution, but that's all it was for Wario. Right here, you're going to see Mike Wazowski. He's going to get hooked by Aerith right there, up the track into Mr. Clean, which turns the 32 truck around. Does a quick 360, and he's able to save it. But then here comes everybody else, and Draco's going to get hit, Tony Stark, Johnny Silverhand, Dio Brando, Samus Aran, who does a rolls over right here. Luke Skywalker, Sayori, and Harry Pooper all get a piece. Samus with a quick flip, and then she keeps it moving, and Mr. Clean gets beached on the banking here. Hopping on board the 98 truck, you see the 32 get turned around up ahead. And we'll be back at the restart. Back in Talladega. Samus Aran has retired the truck. Dio Brando still 2 laps down. Mr. Clean went a lap down under the caution. So Dio still no shot of getting back on the lead lap. Unless we have multiple cautions here. We'll just have to see. As Adam Flamin and Goku will lead them back to the line. Pit with the pace truck in. Shaggy Rogers there with Gru on the second row. Then it's Skips and Pepsi Man. Green flag back in the air. Heading off into turn 1 once again. We're here on lap 27. Goku's going to get ahead here. Mr. Clean, I think, just scraped the wall for some reason. They make their way onto the back straightaway once again. Adam Flamin looking low. Trying to see if he can get by that 52. Help from the 30 skips, kinda. But using that inside line, it looks like he will have the momentum to clear him off the corner. So Adam back to the lead. Then you got Skips in the 30. Now he looks low. Mike Wazowski looking even lower. Puts Tracer in the middle. 3 wide. Once again. Make it 3 for the lead as Mike Wazowski and the 1 truck goes for it at the bottom of the track there. Drew turns 1 and 2 and onto the back straightaway once again. So they make their way down. A little bit of a tail of trucks there. So there's 3, 4 wide making their way down towards turn number 3. Oh, Freddie was on the apron for a second there. Somehow didn't wreck the whole field. And here comes Grug in familiar Talladega colors. That paint scheme's won several times before at this track. Obviously in a different series. But the 3 truck looking for the lead. Freddie out front for the moment. Couple trucks in the wall. Hopefully we don't have another incident like last time as they come off it. Looks to be okay. Really not sure what happened with Dio Brando in that opening lap. So here comes Toad for the lead. Oh, trouble into turn 3. We're going to have another caution. I think that's... Oh, it's Gru in the 18. Oh, big hit from Draco Malfunction. And, oh, the 30. Oh, my God. Big crash in turns 3 and 4. Leading him back to the line is going to be the 42 of Toad. Heavy impacts over there. And once again, I think Dio Brando might be removed from a chance at getting the free pass. We'll have to see. But, they all start slowing down here. Pace truck out. Let's go take a look at what happened there. Taking a look here. It looks like Gru's going to get turned by Skips right there as they squeeze together. Eric Cartman as well. Then Shaggy and all these guys go down low. Gru spins up in front of the O2 truck. Pepsi Man. Keeps it all clean. And then here comes the 4 of Draco Malfunction. Nowhere to go. Tried to go low and then head-on impact with the 18. And then Mr. Clean is just going to pile drive the 4. Flipping him over, and then Mr. Clean's going to get nailed by the 40 and the 51. Oh, I didn't even notice Gru went over. We were so focused on what was happening with the 32 and the 4, I didn't even notice that the 18 truck flipped. Big impacts for a lot of guys. Let's give you another look. Watching the 4 truck here, just, oh. And then there's the impact there, and oh, Mr. Clean. On board with Luke Skywalker, way in the back. There's the initial incident. There's the first hit. Look at the debris, and then, oh. Oh, yeah, it looked like he's, oh, Jesus. It looked like he saw a gap, tried to go for it, and then the gap closed on him. Really just goes to show how quickly things can change here, because it looks like to him the 4 truck's going up the track, so he tries to go low and then sees the 4 going back down and just nowhere for him to go, and then the 40 just unfortunate circumstances. Here's another look. There's the 18 truck spinning, and then here comes the 4. And then the 32. Oh. Just a heavy impact. We'll hope everyone's okay, and we'll be back at the restart. Back here at Talladega, more trucks out of the race. Harry Pooper, Gru, Draco Malfunction, Luke Skywalker, Mr. Clean. They're all out. Johnny Silverhand's out of the race. Sayori as well. I think those must have been some separate things that happened. Probably some just heavy contact under caution when they were slowing down or something. But gonna go green here, and Dio will get one of his laps back. So that's something at least. Toad and Bowser Koopa on the front row. Green flag is back in the air. Pace truck hit the wall. There's Dio at the back of the pack. But up front, it's Bowser with the lead, with just 5 laps to go. Bowser up front, Toad in second. Toad in that 42, he got the halfway bonus. And we'll see if he can actually win the race now. Get max points out of the day. They make their way down the back straightaway. Look at Wario. That 88 truck. He hit the inside wall and he's up to second now. As they're 4 wide behind that. Toad just out of the line. Will he get shoved out of the way? No, here comes Grug Crude. Grug now to the bottom of Wario. Toad goes down to block. The 42 and the 3 are both Chevys. They're not teammates, but they are Chevys, so we'll see if they work together. It's not looking very likely right now, as they're 4 wide again. Bowser got shoved out of line. 4 laps to go now. It's Toad out front by himself. Kinda, as the 84 truck comes into view. SpongeBob SquarePants. And here comes the 45. Adam Flayman back into the picture. Contact there with the 84. Look at Goku on the bottom. The 52 truck now. Wrong way. Press the wrong camera. Look, here comes Jetstream Sam in the 19. We're closing in on the finish of this race. 3 laps to go. Tracer now looking for the bottom. They're 4 wide for second. Through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Toad out front controlling the race. Will anyone be able to get by the 42 truck? With just 3 laps to go. Into turn 3. Will we have another caution? That's another possible thing, as Leon Kennedy is in the top 3. Single file for the first 4 trucks, and then it's 2 and 3 wide behind that. Into the tri-oval once again. They're 5 wide back there. Mike Wazowski looks low. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. If they're going to wreck, this is the last chance to do so. Toad out front by himself, leading a field of about 22 trucks. Tracer in second. Leon Kennedy third. Mike Wazowski now looking for that 3rd spot. But Toad has controlled the race ever since the restart. Walter White off pace. We talked about him being good. Not anymore. Now Mike Wazowski. He looks low again. That 1 truck is making moves. He knows he has to as they come through the tri-oval. Side by side for second. But we're going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go here in Talladega for Toad in the 42. Can he hold on for just 2.66 more miles as they head off into turn number 1? Mike Wazowski side by side with Tracer as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Help from Aerith Gainsborough in the 28 truck. Will the 28 push the 1? Doesn't look likely, as Toad continues to control the lanes. Down the back straightaway for the final time. It's Mike Wazowski up top. Here comes Freddy Fazbear in the 16. Toad still blocking all lanes, but will Freddy do anything? No, Toad puts the block on him. Toad in the 42 out front. Freddy looking low, looking high, all over the back of the 42. Curious George in the 15 is into the picture. Toad down to block the 15. Did he allow the 16 to get to the outrack? No, he didn't. Toad wins at Talladega. The 42 truck put on a display to hold off the rest of the field as they come back to the line. Really just held everyone off there, that Toad did, leading basically all 5 of the last couple laps. So Toad wins at Talladega. Freddy Fazbear in second. Curious George third. SpongeBob SquarePants gets fourth. Wario in fifth. Goku in sixth. Adam Flayman in seventh. Aerith Gainsborough eighth. Ninth place is Bowser Koopa. And then Mike Wazowski rounds out the top 10. They dive for the pit lane here. A valiant effort by all these guys to try and get around that 42. Just didn't seem possible as someone stays out on track. I think that's... Where'd he go? I lost him. Wario staying out. But we'll go ahead and add these points up, and then we'll be back. Alrighty, so after Talladega, Freddy Fazbear is our current playoff leader with his second place finish of the day. Currently 73 points above the cut line. Greg Crude is in second, 36 above the cut line. Shaggy Rogers in third, 35 up. Then Theo Brando, even though he was 2 laps down the entire day and finished 22nd, the last car still in the race, he's going to still manage to be above the cut line by a good 18 points. The people below the cut line currently are Walter White in the 25 by 18. Gru is down by 25. Johnny Silverhand down by 28. And Samus Aran down by 41 points. So, it's only the first race of the round. Anything can happen with only 2 races left. So, tomorrow we have the Cup race at Talladega. And then next week is going to be an off week for the Truck Series. And we'll be heading to Rockingham for the Cup. So we'll see you in a couple weeks for the Trucks. And then we'll see you tomorrow for Talladega. And here are the points. The rest of the points after Talladega. Theo Brando is still your points leader with Johnny Silverhand in second. And everyone else is over 230 points back. You scroll down the order here. Just taking a quick peek at everyone. Now, one thing I didn't notice until adding up the points and tallying up the race results. Toad just won. I think Toad is the first person in NITECAR to have won back-to-back races, winning at both Pigs Creek and Talladega. Wow. Who would have guessed? And Toad won his 3rd race of the year because he also won at Brooklands. So Toad looking to be a pretty good plate racer, you would say, because all these tracks are tracks where you're getting at least 200 miles per hour. Kinda, maybe. But this is all that's left for the season for the trucks. Running out of time. So yeah. Remember, only the top 10 move on to the Cup Series next season. And that's your current top 10 right there. But Walter's only back by 1 point to both these people because they're tied. Both SpongeBob and Samus. So who knows what'll happen? We'll just have to find out next time. So yeah, see you.